Hello traders, you're welcome to this video and I especially welcome you back to the Forex Geek channel. In this video, we are going to be discussing the Intraday Momentum Index indicator. For short, it is called the IMI indicator. Alright, it is a custom indicator, meaning that if you want to make use of this indicator, you will have to download the indicator from an external source. And after doing that, if you are using the MetaTrader terminal, you will have to download it and then add the indicator to your indicators folder, after which you will then be able to launch the indicator on your chart. All right. So without further ado, I'm just going to be getting right straight into what I have for this video. So this is the IMI indicator, the Intraday Momentum Index, and this is how the indicator looks like. I'm just going to change the color because this color is too dim, this yellow color, so I'm just going to make it a bit darker. All right, I'm going to make it a bit darker for easy identification. All right, so this is a momentum indicator. As we can see, the indicator helps us to identify the momentum present in the market. Okay, so this indicator is built using the RSI and candlestick data. Okay, the indicator combines the principles of the relative strength index, and it also utilizes candlestick data. So by doing that, IMI indicator bridges the gap between momentum and price action in order to give you actionable insights. All right. Now, the IMI indicator functions as an oscillator. As we can see, it shows us overbought territory and oversold territory. Levels above 70 shows overbought territory. Levels below 30 shows oversold territory. All right. This indicator is useful for both short-term traders and long-term traders. All right. So whether you are looking to capture swift price movements or whether you are looking to capture long-term price movements, you can make use of this indicator. Now, how does this indicator work? How do we identify good buy and sell signals with this indicator? How do we identify good momentum using this indicator? How do we use this indicator to confirm our trades? Basically, when you have the IMI indicator above the overbought territory, it's a sign that the bulls are losing momentum. Okay, whether it is in a bullish trend or a corrective move, when you have the IMI indicator in the overbought territory, it's a sign that the bullish momentum is losing steam. For example, we can see that this was a bullish move, right? Although this was a bullish corrective move. Okay, because this is a sell trend, right? This is a sell trend, and this was a bullish corrective move. So right after this bullish corrective move, we can see that the IMI got into the overbought territory, showing us that the bulls are now losing steam. So at this point, you would have considered entering a sell trade right after this candlestick, this bearish engulfing candle formed. You would have considered entering a sell trade around here, setting stop loss right above the swing high, and then for our take profit, we can decide to wait for the IMI indicator to get into the oversold territory. When it gets into the oversold territory, it doesn't mean that you should exit immediately. Wait for the IMI indicator to cross above the 30 level. The reason is that in some cases, if the trend is strong enough, you might find out that the IMI will remain in oversold territory for long. So if you exit quickly, you're going to leave a lot of money on the table. So instead of exiting immediately, the IMI enters the oversold territory. Wait for the IMI to cross above the 30 level. After it does that, you can then exit your sell trade. So we would have exited somewhere around here, and that would have given us around 540 pips. Okay, that's a good catch. Now let us look for another example. All right, let's look for another example. So in this example, we're going to use a bullish example. I'm going to recommend using this indicator on I'm going to recommend using this indicator in trend following strategies, okay? Use it in trending markets, in trending markets, because you will have a higher chance of being successful if you are using this indicator in trending markets. So now you see the indicator was in oversold territory, and then when it crossed above the 30 level, that was the buy signal, right? So we can see that right after the buy signal was given, this was at the end of this sell move. You can see that this was a sell move. This was a bearish trend, and then a bullish reversal commenced around here, right? So this RSI had already hinted that this sell move is losing momentum. For the fact that the RSI has crossed above the 30 level, in as much as that cross happened when this sell trend has not yet reversed into a buy trend. You can see that this sell trend line, this bearish trend line, the price was still below it when this indicator crossed above the 30 level. But this cross alone indicates that the sell momentum has gotten weak. So if you are in the sell trade, you might want to exit after this happens. But if you are yet to enter any trade at all, you should be considering a buy trade at this point. Or better still, you wait for the bullish reversal to be confirmed. I will recommend that you wait for the bullish reversal to be confirmed. So being confirmed means the price will have to break above this bearish trend line, and after the breakout happens, you can see that there was a retest of the breakout point, and we can see that a new structure began to form. The structure of higher highs and higher lows began to form. So this would have been a good place to enter a buy as the indicator rose above the 50 level. Now this 50 level is the midpoint, okay? When you have a bullish trend ongoing and the IMI indicator rises above 50, it can still be a good time to buy. Or in a sell trend, when you have an ongoing sell trend and you have the IMI drop below the 50 level, it can still be a good time to sell, okay? Because the momentum can be strong, right? It can be strong enough. And we can see that right after the IMI crossed above the 50 level, the price bounced off this trend line and the bullish move continued. So we would have considered entering a buy trade around here, setting stop loss below the swing low for the take profit. Like I said in the case of a sell, do not just exit immediately the IMI enters the overbought territory. Wait for the IMI to drop below the 70 level before you exit, okay? In this case, we would have exited around here, in as much as the bullish trend continued, but we would have exited around here to be on the safer side. So that would have given us somewhere around 700 pips, or let's say 600 and over 600 pips basically. Would have given us over 600 pips. That's a good catch. So using this indicator is very easy. It's quite easy, right? All you have to watch out for is the overbought and oversold territories. When you have price cross below the overbought territory, entering into the neutral zone, from overbought territory entering into the neutral zone, it's a sell signal. When you have the IMI indicator in the oversold territory crossing into the neutral zone, it's a buy signal. All right, I'm going to recommend using this indicator in a trending market. Okay, it will do you more favor when you are using it in a trending market. All right. Now let us talk about risk management. When using this indicator, it's essential that you observe good risk management. Use good risk to reward ratios. Do not trade with more than 2% of your account in one trade. All right, do not risk more than 2% of your account in one trade. And then make sure that you use at least 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. Meaning, if you are risking the dollar, you should be targeting at least $2 profit, right? And another thing is to ensure that you get confirmations before going on with the trade. For example, if you get a signal from the IMI, do not just jump into the trade, right? Wait for a confirmation. Use trend lines. Make use of trend lines. They are very important. Make use of horizontal and support resistance zones and support zones. Make use of horizontal support and resistance zones. They are very important also, okay? In order to get extra confirmation, you can also decide to add other indicators like moving averages or RSI or MACD or any other indicator of your choice to get additional confirmation. So basically that is it for this video. This is how to use the Intraday Momentum Index indicator. I hope you found this video insightful. Kindly like and subscribe for more trading insights, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so that you do not miss out on more trading videos like this. In the meantime, thank you for watching and happy trading. I hope to see you in the next video.